Can an independent artist secure a major label deal without having the numbers? The answer might surprise you. So I wanted to find out, in today's current music environment where so much is based around how many followers you have, what is your current monthly listeners on Spotify, how many streams you got, like all these numbers and metrics are what puts you on the radar for these major labels. And if you don't have these numbers, would a label even be interested in talking to you in the first place? And I think the overall perception is that you can't really get any interest without having the numbers. And so I wanted to find out straight from the source. So I reached out to my homie Peter, who is an A&R at Atlantic Records, and I basically asked him these questions straight up, like, would you guys ever sign an independent artist that didn't have the numbers but had incredible music, like undeniable music? And I think his answer might surprise a lot of you guys. And so I tried to, peel back the layers and really understand what it is that some of these major labels are looking for and what these A&Rs are looking for. Obviously, the great music has to be there, but what are some of the other factors that get them interested in you as an artist? So these were the questions that I asked him. It was a really, really good conversation. I wish it could have gone longer, but I know he's a busy guy and he's probably got a lot of things to do, so I didn't want to take up too much of his time. But the conversation, I think, is going to be really, really helpful to a lot of you independent artists or even producers, because let's be honest, these major labels are scooping up producers too. So before we jump into the full interview, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel so that I can start putting out more of this content for you guys. But if it's helpful, let me know in the comments. And yeah, we're going to jump straight into it. 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Well, before I ask you the question, can you just say your name and what your title is?
Peter Kim. I'm an A&R and producer at Atlantic Records.
So start with the first question. Are numbers important to you when you're looking for new acts to sign?
Well, numbers and data are obviously so important in 2022. They play such a big role in the discovery process. But you have to be really careful because you have to use the data in the right way. Obviously, the song and the music always comes first. And I'll never look at the numbers unless I connect to the song. And my little, I guess, sauce for that is just, if I'm not listening to the song in my own time on repeat, I probably won't even look at the numbers. And I'll never look at numbers before I listen to the song, because obviously that can always skew your perception of the song. But so you have to know when to implement that data and the analytics. Like, it has to come at the right time in your process in discovering these artists.
Right. So let's say you are feeling the music, like you love the music. What numbers and metrics are important to you then?
Honestly, I hate to say it, but the numbers really don't speak to me. The music always speaks to me first. And even if the song does 100 streams a week, if I love the music and I'm obsessed, I don't think numbers will ever, dictate whether or not I'm going to try and sign this artist. I don't think numbers really will tell you how beautiful of a voice Jeff Buckley has or how great of a songwriter Ed Sheeran is. It's like, the data can tell you what's going on in the real world, and can definitely help you in the deal process and just trying to figure out exactly how much we're going to spend. But it'll never tell me, it'll never drive my passion to sign these guys and these artists.
Interesting. So can you give an example, recent or past, of when that was true? Like when you heard an artist's music and even though they didn't have the biggest numbers, they had incredible music and that led to them signing to Atlantic.
Funny enough, I just came across this band named Balu Brigada out of New Zealand. Um, and you know, they had zero data, zero analytics, nothing really to look at, nothing really to present to my boss or anybody at the company. But as soon as I heard their music, it was just hit after hit after hit after hit. And I just found myself listening to these guys, and you know, from the minute I woke up to, you know, to when I went to bed, and it was just on constant repeat. I was literally obsessed with their music. And yeah, that's, you know, it literally just happened. We just signed them in June. So we're just building a foundation and just doing it the right way. And you know, I think when you build a solid foundation and fan base that is here to, you know, stick around forever, it's like that's what really makes a legacy artist, and allows these artists to have careers that are going to span, you know, 10, 20, 30 years from now. So you know, I'm constantly looking for people that are going to move the needle forward, because when you're chasing the hottest things according to data, you know, you're chasing trends. And when you sign these things that are just trending now, 6 months down the line to a year, it's already stale, it's old. So you know, I feel like our role here is to really set the trends, you know, and to find the things that are really gonna break the culture, and to bring the newest stuff.
And with that said, you know, while I have you here, this wasn't originally part of one of the questions that I was going to ask, but like, where are you going to find new and upcoming talent?
Anywhere. You know, you can get caught down that rabbit hole of just going to any Spotify playlist, and you know, I'll exhaust every playlist, and then I'll just keep going next until that radio option hits, and then it just takes you down this rabbit hole of like, I don't know what the algorithm is, but it's an amazing thing, because you don't, you know, in the 80s, 70s, 90s, you had to go out and you could only see so many people in a day, you know, at these shows. But now that you have your phone, you can literally come across thousands of artists in a day. So YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, I mean, SoundCloud, I mean, you know, there's so many resources at our fingertips. I think if you just stay in it and you really know what you like, and I think that you'll find some dope stuff. So
interesting. So not TikTok.
TikTok is a good place to start. I think a lot of raw talent is discovered on TikTok. But obviously, I think TikTok is but
you got to do a deeper dive than just the surface level, like TikTok. Like you got to go into their catalog and see what else they have, right?
Exactly. Yeah, because a lot of these kids are just doing covers, or just, you know, 15-second snippets of these songs, acoustic versions, and they haven't really even fleshed out the entire song yet. So definitely getting the new music from them, unreleased, released, and TikTok is definitely a great way to find raw talent for sure.
So it's important to you at the end of the day that they have talent, but they also have a catalog of other music that you can dig into. And maybe, you know, having numbers or social media followers and engagement and fans is like an added bonus. Is that right?
Oh, it's definitely a bonus. Because at the end of the day, you know, we like what we like, but we really don't know what's really going to react in the real world, and what you know, these kids and what the rest of the world is listening to and what they gravitate towards. So seeing the engagement, seeing the numbers on the social media side definitely can help you, and be a kind of guide to am I onto something or am I completely off, you know? So these are all great tools, but they can't be the end all be all. They have to be used the right way for sure. And it's a dangerous tool to have. But when used the right way, you know, it's a crazy tool to have. So
if you enjoyed this video, please do your boy a favor, like, subscribe, drop a comment, all that good stuff. I got a lot more videos on the way.